Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Spot Country with another installment of Building the Team. So the DC only one probably not going to be probably going to be revisited at a later date. Couldn't do it the last few weeks. Got to play a game with the Gotham City team, but yeah, it didn't do as well as it could have. Played against Lucas from HeroClix headquarters, and we both kind of agreed that a few years ago that probably would have been a pretty solid team, but now not so much. Anyway, so tonight we Lucas and I, as well as the rest of our group, well, most of our group, decided to do a sealed event for the new set, Wonder Woman 80th Anniversary. Now, well, it did release this past week. I have not yet done my unboxing because I haven't yet picked up my cases. Hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully, I'll be picking up both cases this week and cracking them open, probably kind of leaning towards over the weekend. We'll see, though. So yeah. But let's take a look at the one, what I pulled from sealed, and two, what I ran in sealed, as well as the Dyson Tokens. Well, the Dyson Tokens kit, because I figured may as well buy that too. All right, so first booster. Common-wise, we started off with the Amazon Bantam Migdal. Now, once just like with the last Marvel set, Future Foundation. Captains and Psychics are back. The Secret Identity mechanic is also back as last seen in Absolute Carnage. Though I think it's, if I remember correctly, I think it's only being utilized for Wonder Woman. And there's also a Wonder Woman shifting focus. So yeah, they're doing all the things. But anyway, so the Amazon Bantam Big Doll comes in at 20 points, has the Wonder Woman team ability, which is a brand new team ability. Wonder Woman ally team ability. It grants super senses, but only on a 6. If a character with the team ability already has, or can already use super senses, increase the result of its roll for super senses by +1. That's really good, because first off, there are wild cards out there who have, that can definitely benefit from this. I'm looking at you, Spidey. Hell, to be completely honest, this Spider-Man would actually be really great on an Amazon team. You can just copy the Wonder Woman ally team ability, and suddenly he's got super senses on a 4 through 6. At least, I can't remember. After a couple clicks. So that's sort of being able to, in some ways yes, in some ways no. Let's put it that, leave it at that. But there are also wild cards that have things like, super senses that succeeds on a 4 through 6. Well, then that means it succeeds on a 3 through 6. So yeah, there aren't that many that love the latter kind. But yeah, anyway. Anywho, so she comes in at 20. Like I said, comes in at 20 points. Just like the sidekicks from Future Foundation, just one power on just 2 powers for the entirety of the dial. In the case of the Bantam Big Doll Amazons, we've got running shot on speed and initial deflection on defense. Also, as this is the first set to utilize the new rules, all figures have what is known as the Indomitable defense symbol, and therefore they don't push. We have discussed the new rules previously. There will be a deep dive into the new rules once I've got the starter of the new rule book, and that will likely be a HeroClix 101 video, bringing that one back. But anyway, next up we've got Sergeant Steel. Generally referred to as just Sarge Steel, but yeah. So Sarge Steel comes in at either 60 points or 40 points. It has the PD team ability, and he has the Captain Roll tag. He also has the Detective, Pirate, Police, and Spy keywords, which reminds me, I didn't mention the keywords the Banner Big Doll Amazon has. Amazon Warrior. He has a trait. Are these the new recruits? As a free action, choose a friendly sidekick. That character can use or has PD until for this turn. And for those unaware, the PD team ability. When an adjacent friendly character makes a range attack, modify the target's defense by -1 if the target's within line of fire of this character. Okay, all right, that's actually kind of cool. You know, works out. Looking at Star Steel's dial, like captains from Future Foundation, 8 clicks long, and we've got 4 clicks of running shot, followed by 4 clicks of sidestep. Nothing on attack. 4 clicks of inertial deflection, followed by 4 clicks of toughness. 4 clicks of leadership, followed by 4 clicks of close combat expert. But yeah, that's Sergeant Steel. And we actually pulled 2 of him, so yeah, this is a little easier. Next up, we've got Apollo. Apollo here comes in at 100 points even, has the Cosmic Energy team ability, basic power Cosmic Quintessence, as well as improved targeting, ignores elevated terrain and hindering terrain. Looking at his dial, we open up with a block of sidestep, followed by a block of stealth. On attack, we open up with penetrating psychic blast, followed by blades, and back to penetrating psychic blast. And an attack that never gets in the single digits, I might add. On defense, we've got a block of invulnerability, followed by a long block of regeneration. And on damage, we open up with a block of probability control, followed by a block of outwit. Apollo did a lot of the heavy lifting in the games I played tonight. Didn't always do as well. The downside to him is the lack of running shot. Sidestep and 7 range is nice, but yeah, that segment was also kind of not his thing. So you know. Anyway, moving on, we've got Mary Shazam. Mary here also comes at 100 points. Has the JLA team ability, as well as the Fawcett City, Justice League, and Mystical keywords. We've also got a trait, Electric Charge. Charge. When Mary Shazam uses it, this turn she has free, improved targeting, ignores, may make range attacks out of adjacency, including to target adjacent opposing characters. Make a range attack that deals 1 penetrating damage instead of normal damage. Okay. I did get to actually try that out once. It was kind of cool. Looking at her dial, though, we've got a few clicks of flurry, which works very nice with that traded charge. Some sidestep, which also helps with that traded charge. And we've got some plasticity, which is going to keep someone at the end, which is going to keep people right up on her when she's next to them. On attack, all we've got is some mid-dial quake. On defense, we've got invulnerability, followed by super senses, followed by combat reflexes. On damage, we open up with Empower, get a mid block of nothing, and then an end block of probability control. For 100 points, not too shabby. Anyway, so our rare from the first booster was Silver Swan, though. Silver Swan here comes in at 40 points. Has the Star Labs armor and robot keywords, as well as the trait Experimental Nanites. When Silver Swan is targeted by Outwit, until its duration expires, she can't use any of her powers and can't make range attacks. Okay. Honestly, I don't think that was much of a problem, because usually when someone outwitted her, it generally led to a quick death for her. Usually led to her being promptly KO'd. So looking at her dial, we open up with a few clicks of charge, followed by a couple clicks of running shot. On attack, we start off with the special power Razor Wings and Claws, which grants her Giant Reach of 2 as well as Blades, Claws, Fangs. Is a free action if she has not attacked this turn or has been placed this turn. Make a close attack using Blades, Claws, Fangs. Now that was one of those. That's actually something we had to read over a few times, like to fully let it click with us, but in my group. Basically, if she started the turn adjacent to an opposing character, for example, you could then say, okay, free Blades Claw's Fangs. Or you could use telekinesis, place her, place her, then have her run her full speed, and then free blades. Or have her charge and then free blades. Or have her charge and blades and then free blades. So yeah, you can potentially get 2 attacks a turn out of her. Then Razor Wings and Claws gives way to Penetrating Psychic Blast. Defense we open up with some combat reflexes followed by a couple clicks of toughness. And sadly nothing on damage. Which brings us to our second booster. We already looked at Star of Steel, so no need to really look into him again. Next up we've got Huntress. Huntress here comes in at 45 points. Has the Batman family, Birds of Prey, Gotham City, and martial artist keywords, as well as the sidekick roll tag. Then looking at her, we also have the Batman ally team ability, so built-in stealth. Looking at her dial, we get slightly longer dial for a sidekick, and slightly higher cost too. But we've got a few clicks of charge, followed by a few clicks of sidestep on speed. On defense, we get a few clicks of combat reflexes, followed by a few clicks of super senses. Not bad, not great, but not bad. Next up, we got ourselves another sidekick, Gorilla Knight. Gorilla Knight here comes in at 20 points. Has the Gorilla City, Animal, Brute, and Warrior keywords, as well as improved movement, ignores elevated terrain. And all of the Gorilla Knight's powers are on either defense or damage. We've got toughness for 3 out of 4 clicks on damage, and a full run of close combat expert on damage. Next up is Nemesis. Nemesis is a figure that I'm surprised it's taken WizKids this long to make. But he comes in at 60 points for 40 points. He has both the PD team ability and the Wonder Woman team ability, or Wonder Woman ally team ability, which makes sense because he did work alongside Wonder Woman when she was working undercover in the DMA. At least in the in the 1 year later Wonder Woman title. Anyway, so he's got a trait. Follow my lead, recruit. Friendly sidekicks can use improved targeting North hindering terrain. He also has improved targeting hindering terrain, as well as the police and spy keywords. Looking at his dial, we open up with some stealth, followed by some running shot. On attack, we open up with incapacity, followed by penetrating psychic blast. On defense, we open up with nothing, but that gives way to printed super senses, which does mean, since he has the Wonder Woman team ability, that when he's on those last 4 clicks, his super senses succeeds on at least on a 4 or higher. And then on damage, we have a special power, target sighted, set in the squad, which grants Nemesis leadership. When he uses it and succeeds, you may instead generate a DMA agent figure from the set, normally or in a square of hindering terrain within range and line of fire on click number 1. Okay, alright. He also did a decent amount of work on tonight, at least in the last game. Finally, we did pull a super rare, Chip, Green Lantern, Squirrel Green Lantern. So, one thing I'll say concerning super rares in this set and chases and distribution, there are a dozen chases. Because of that, WizKids decided that they would guarantee a chase in every brick, at the cost of and just opted to mess up the usual distribution when it comes to super rares, which generally speaking is said to be somewhere around 1 in every 3 boosters. Whether or not that's true, well, whether or not the one super rare per 3 boosters thing is true is unknown, but most bricks are popping up with no more I have yet to hear about a brick popping up with more than 3 super rares from the set. So that's going to make that might actually make things a little more interesting, or later unboxing videos a little more interesting. Anyway, Chip comes in at 35 points, has the Green Lantern team ability, as well as the Green Lantern Corps Animal and Herald keywords. For those unaware, the Green Lantern Corps team ability grants Passenger 8. Added in the team ability is that this character may carry regardless of flight. However, carry now includes the ability to carry flyers. So, yeah. Anyway, looking at his dial, we've got some sidestep on speed, telekinesis followed by incapacitate on attack, a full run of energy deflection on defense, probability control followed by outwit on damage. Okay, all right, not too shabby. And also because it was kind of a may as well, I went ahead and picked up the Dyson Token kit. So here are the dice. They actually rolled fairly decently. Not too sure on the color scheme, but like the red I don't mind. It's that I'm not sure how to describe the other color. I think it's supposed to be yellow, but it doesn't look very yellow. So then we got our first up. When it comes to our tokens, we've got a nice shot of Wonder Woman, and on the flip side, we have an Allied Soldier token. Then we've got Hippolyta with an axe there, with a German soldier on the other side. Steve Trevor and the Rookie on the other side. Now the Rookie is spawned by one of the chases, the Commissioner. And yeah, it is the Jim Gordon bat suit. And yeah, it's not fun to play against. I should know, I had to play against it tonight. Next up, we've got Giganta, who is in the set in the rares and also rare prime. And on her flip side is Green Light, the Red Sun version of Green Lantern. Then we've got Ares. Now on his flip side is the Red Sun version of Bizarro. And finally we've got Cheetah. And on her flip side is a Tortured Soul. Okay? Alright, so what did I end up running? Well, like I said, I didn't do well. In fact, I went 0-3. But the team I put together, because I didn't pull enough for a theme, and to be fair, I probably should have I probably should have done something different. But we went with Silver Swan, then Nemesis at full points, then Apollo, and Mary Shazam. Now, thinking about it after the fact, what I probably should have run was let's see. Oh, yeah. Should have gone with a 5-man team consisting of Chip, who could have taxied everyone else, Huntress, she's a sidekick. She's a little more versatile than the other 2 sidekicks I pulled. Then Sarge Steele, who can give a sidekick the PD team ability, and Nemesis, who can give sidekicks improved targeting North Henry terrain. And finally, Apollo. Secondary attacker plus not so mobile attacker plus probability control. Late dial out wit. That might have done a little bit better than what I did run, but I honestly don't know why I didn't run this combination instead. Yeah. But it is what it is. Hindsight's 2020, all that fun stuff, right? So anyway, like I said, at the very least we'll be opening up a case at the end of this week. If we don't, if I don't have the opportunity to open both cases this week, then there will be another. When I do open the second case, I'll basically just kind of say, oh yeah, also got, just kind of a quick video to say, yeah, got these as well. Much like I did with House of X. I think I should be able to get both cases this week. Also, again, on the hopefully side of things is being able to do the Wonder Woman starter game this week, but we'll see if that comes in. Again, that was supposed to come in last week, but the local shops didn't get it, so we'll see. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, so as always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying live long and rock hard.